All right, so since the other tools didn't work, I just found a SIM card tool. Popper or remover, whatever it's called. Tray remover. Anyways, let's get, oh, I found another random screw here. Let's get the board out. Looks like there's another Phillips here. And let's go for the battery here. It's nice and warm already, so it should pop right out, and it does. So that's the whole point of the heater there. We can now set it over here and set this off to the side. We even need to use alcohol because the heater did it just fine. Gotta save this, be careful with that. Make sure everything's warm when you're removing that. And we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the LCD cable here. And I do believe we should be ready for the board here in a second. Got one more screw here. Now I just gotta figure out how the board comes out. Remember, this is my first time doing this repair, so I don't even know how it comes out. We're gonna try a plastic tool first and see if we can just get a tool under there to wedge, and that looks like it's going to do it. Just getting under there and twisting. Careful with the cameras. This is where I don't want to disconnect these cables because they're really hard to reconnect. So if you just leave them connected, life will be more nicer to you. Little trick that I learned doing things the easy way. So remember, black cable is in last, white cable is in first when we're putting this back in to the new frame. Okay, so we want to get our plastic tool back out and pop this out, and boom, it comes out. All right, so this is going to come out. It's our vibration motor. It looks like they glued it to the frame here. How nice of them. Choking the side here. Plug that in. Nope. Got to get that lined up. There's two little holes there. They got to go over the little pegs. Really important. Everything else seems to be transferred. Yep. Let's remove this. Let's remove this tape here. Let's remove this tape. Okay. Oh, speaker. This is still should be warm. If it's not warm, you would have a bad time. So make sure you keep this warm. That way everything comes up easy. So that was our ear speaker. And we're just placing it back in this little hole right there. Anything else here? Buttons are already integrated into the frame. That's nice. Everything else seems done correctly already. I don't see anything else, so we should be done with that frame. All right, next is let's reinstall the board. So first, the daughter board with the small silver Phillips screw. Then we can put the front camera in, or fingerprint reader in. Okay. And then we can put this all in one little big giant piece here. Let's move this out of our way. Okay, front camera's sitting in there flush. That's moved out of the way when we're sitting it down. Now we gotta weave this white cord around the side here. And the black cord is last. But the black cord wants to go first for some reason, so we gotta move that out of the way. Then we push in the white cord. I can take this off. Don't need that anymore. It looks like there's a little sticker in there. That's nice. There's another little sticker in here. Okay. Now, I bet we can put this white cord in here now. Yes, it fits in there. All right, and then the black one was the last, as we talked about, as we watched it come out the first time. And black cord's not gonna probably sit in well, but it's doing its job right now and sitting in well. I don't have that black piece of tape that came out of it, which is really not too critical because the battery's gonna cover it there, which we should get some tape. Got some Testa tape here. Hold the battery in. One more piece. Hold the battery in here. You don't really need to go crazy with it. This is a little tape for the LCD connector. I don't know why they use so much room here. Jeez. Very flexible cable here. Come on. You have to just fill it just right to do that. That's really excessive. Let's see how it's done on this one. Looks like it's folded over. What we're gonna do is pull this back out. Push it all the way in like it has here. Come up and fold it over. I guess that's a weird design, Motorola. All right. Oh, can't do that yet because this has to plug in first. Another folded inward and then down. Okay, now you can get the battery in there. I like to plug it in first and then plop it down. Fold that over. And we're gonna get the silver screw in, which we don't know where it belongs because I don't remember. So what we're gonna do here is look at these, and looks like that goes there, that goes there. Yep, so it's this one here. That's how I figured it out, is just based on that here. Then we could probably at this point test it and then finish assembling it. Looks like it's working. You can make sure it touches and all that stuff as well. Yeah, the frame one is like $20 more, but it's highly recommended because it's going to be really hard to glue this really thin display on. So we're going to clip that back in just like that. Really straightforward clips here. And then we're going to put all those screws in. and then you're gonna glue this down, right? So after we're gonna glue this down, this is not gonna be very gluey. You could dig out this and then put fresh Tessa tape on there. That's gonna be an absolute nightmare to dig out all that. So I'd recommend using T7000, which is this here. And then we're just gonna run it all along where it was. Okay, and then I'm going to clamp it with miniature clamps. Like this. I'm gonna put like 6 of them all around there. And really, everyone, that's it. Pretty straightforward. I don't think you really need to see the sealed up version of it, but as you can see, we got a working Motorola phone here, and that's the most important key factor here, okay? But make sure your seal is good, make sure you don't get dirt or anything like that under your camera lens, and that's how you fix a Motorola G Stylus, 5G Stylus, I don't know, 2024. It's kind of a confusing long name. Thanks for watching. Feel free to mail your phone in if you like, just contact us. Thanks.